Earlier today, when I went live, a bunch of people came into chat and started asking about a auction for a couch. Apparently, that is some prank meme that's happening where people pick somebody on Facebook Live and you go in and you start asking them. They're asking me, "Hey, ma'am," calling me by as a woman and saying, "How do we get this couch?" And I actually had a blast with it. I don't know if I've got the energy to keep up this whole, be funny with every request for a couch because, quite frankly, most of them are just, is the couch still available and will you put a shoe on your head? And embarrassing because I thought they were saying, will you give a shoe head? And here I am. I'm like heel deep in my mouth with a loafer. And before I read like, oh no, they said put it on my head. And I was like, awkward. And then I had a moment to check the chat and saw people calling me a loser and stuff. And for a minute I said, wait a minute, am I a loser? And then the other voice in my head said, wait, is this person giving you random opinions based on something they heard you say on Facebook and that doesn't know you and they're judging you publicly? Is that person somebody who you would ever care what they think? And then my other voice said, no, not really. I don't know. It's just weird to see someone, when you're talking about love, like someone like strike out and call you a loser and other stuff. And you're like, yeah, I guess that's weird. But then you think, wait, but if you're live broadcasting, should you really be talking to this other voice in your head? Or should you address the camera and maybe like try to be like at least somewhat entertaining to people that are watching? And then you go, oh, that's a good point. Because this whole like talk to yourself is kind of weird, quite frankly. And if people are still watching, they could be reporting to the authorities. There could be, a psychiatric, dog catcher type service like you see in the movies, like at your door, like right now. And you're like, wait a minute, just because the guy called me a loser? No, not because the guy called you a loser, because you're like obsessing about it right now at a time when you're supposed to be doing a live broadcast. Point taken. Hillary's saying, bring the sock puppets back. I don't know if that's a good idea. Of course it is. Wait a minute. We just got the working and we're going to go back to this so quickly? Why not? At this point, I don't. Were you here earlier when people jumped in? They were trying to get me to sell a couch. Yes. And what was that all about? I don't know. But where's the couch? That's what I. Oh, we are so off track. We're a team. Yes. Now the truth is, if you're really that interested in buying a used couch, something that other people's asses have just spent hours and hours on, and if you were hanging out with me last night after the veggie-rich meal I had and what it did to my digestive system, and as I watched these nature documentaries, and as my body behaved in a way that I can only assume was helping me digest, but I felt a pain for the couch cushions I was sitting on. And yet you come in here today and say, I want this couch. I want these gas-infused cushions in my life. And to that I say, bravo to you. I appreciate your boldness. I appreciate you following what your dreams are. And gosh darn it, I want you to have that couch. Ross, the couch is actually being auctioned. Right now, the bid is at 3 Bitcoin. I do not take partial Bitcoin, so I will only accept 4 Bitcoin or a offer of labor in that values. For example, free massages for 6 years. 6 years massages is what you got down, Ross? All right, I'm going to put you down for 6 years of massages. We're talking happy endings, though, right? Otherwise, the math doesn't work out to equal 3 Bitcoin, 4 Bitcoin. You can't just jump into the broadcast 46 minutes in and think that you have a chance of getting this couch, Hayden. Come on. You are the worst couch hunter I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get negative. I'm sure that your love of couches is as great as anyone's, but you got to step it up if you're going to play this couch game. Maybe we'll just take a breath and just be thankful for whatever couches you have in your life. It's so easy to want the next biggest, brightest, used. I can't get over that desire for a used couch. Like, why pick a couch? Like, ugh. What other, unless, like, even a bike seat is, like, used bike seats. Like, that's a fetish thing. Like, ugh. So, you've been, like, late night eating potato chips in your underwear on this couch for years? Yeah, I want that. I want that in my house. I want my kids playing on this couch that you've been farting on and sitting on in your underwear. Maybe having sex on for years. I want that in my life. Okay. I love you. Thank you for being here today and not turning me into the authorities. I absolutely appreciate this time together. It's so much fun. I love you. Have a beautiful day. If you enjoy these transmissions, do me a huge favor and share them. Give them a thumbs up. Give them a like. Let people know that this is worth listening to. It would make a big difference in my life. Or join my email list and get to know all the new things that happen, including when my next round of coaching will start at list.hugnation.com. Actually, just search Hug Nation. You can find my YouTube channel, find my iTunes, all the good stuff. I love you. So I don't know if people who come in and ask for the couches know this, but I actually run a Burning Man or help run a Burning Man theme camp where every year we go out scouting for used couches on Craigslist. We cover them in fur. If you go to pinkheartcamp.com, you can see our pink fur couches that we get on Craigslist. So it's not my fault that I didn't immediately understand that this was random. Like, it's not a crazy thing for people to be like, ooh, have you seen this Craigslist couch? You totally would dig this. Like, ooh, that one's nice. It's just me by myself. That's not true. You've got me too. That is true. We've got a family here. It's you and you and you. Okay, we're done.